is Miss Merri Ann Osborne. Merri Ann Osborne has been intrigued by stories and the art of storytelling since childhood. In middle school, she started writing stories, plays, songs, and jingles, and hasn't stopped since. Not one to be pigeonholed by genre or labels, Merri Ann utilizes various media to express and share her art, including acting, dance, voiceover, producing, and directing. Having lived and traveled abroad, Merri Ann is drawn to writing about the intersection of culture, history, class, and social issues. She explores how these themes impact relationships and our shared future. Her first published short story, The Crew, can be found in AWA's 2018 anthology, Voices That Matter. She is currently putting the final touches on her young adult historical fiction novel, City Girl, Country Summer. You also can find Merri Ann working on productions at the Mahogany Project, an arts organization where she serves as the executive director. Ms. Merri Ann.
Thank you, Noni. Thank you, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It's so good to see everyone joining us today. And thank you to everyone who has read before me. I'm with Noni, some of these stories. Oh, and then those reading after me. I'm just happy to be here. Well, I wanted to just, tonight's is a conversation, if you will. The sharing of stories is about experiences and memory. And I started thinking about this going, what is really a memory? So, I like doing research. So according to articles, scientific journals, and a bunch of other things I read, a memory is when we take in information and we do a few things. Well, first we have to acquire that information, right? So we have to live life. And I've heard all these stories. People are living their life. Sometimes life comes at us and we just go through it. But you have to, we live life. And once we live life, we have an experience. And we store it in our minds or maybe in our senses, in our bodies, our noses, like the smell of coconut bread that makes you for me, reminds me of my family, my Caribbean roots, right? Somehow that's stored in my body through these experiences I've had. And then we retain these experiences, we retain these memories. Sometimes we retain it very quickly. Sometimes we retain this memory maybe a month, a year, and sometimes that memory is with us the rest of our lives, like some of the stories that you've heard. Now, then we retrieve those memories, and sometimes it's by choice, sometimes it happens. So we acquire, right? We have these experiences, we store them, we retain them, and then we retrieve them. It sounds very easy, right? Well, no human being is retrieving and storing and seeing an experience the same way. So our memories kind of, might be very different. Take me and my brothers, for instance. So I have an older brother. I have two older brothers. My oldest brother, he has the most amazing memory. Okay, he can tell you, you might have people like this in your family or know somebody. My oldest brother can go back decades, remember the date, time, year, when something happened, even what someone was wearing. Amazing. Love him. Then you have my second oldest brother who has a really great memory. It looks a little different than my older brother. This brother, he can take like the full plot of an hour TV show, right? And he'll tell me that show in an hour, even tell me the commercials, right? He'll know the theme song, he'll be singing the song. If there's lyrics, he'll be humming the song. If there's no lyrics, he'll tell me the characters, the storyline, all of this line by line. And then Merri Ann, here's what happens next. It's amazing. He'll take that hour to tell me that TV show that took an hour, with or without commercials. Me, I can barely remember where my car keys are. I come home, my husband's like, what's going on? I'm like, looking for my keys, right? So everybody's memory is different. We think as humans that we got it. We're the only ones on the planet with memories. But once again, research, right? The more research they do, the more they realize scientists, that hey, other animals have memories too, like that cat maybe Gail was talking about, or no, animals have memories too. I mean, I don't need to know science to know animals have memories. Have any of you walked in Madison Park, right? There's all these crows that are in the trees in Madison Park. And for those of you not from Seattle area, it's right along Lake Washington, beautiful park. And there's these crows that can hang out there. And I've talked to people about it. Don't do anything bad to these crows, because those crows have a memory and they will come after you the next time you're in the park. So I've noticed that. And what about salmon? Come on now. Salmon could go all over, like from the north of Alaska all the way down to, and they'll remember to come back and spawn. They have a sense of smell, this memory that they have. So humans, animals, not just, right? We have this memory. It can be a joy, right? It can be full of heartache, the memories that we hold. Some of the things that Helen was reading about, some beautiful memories that have been shared, and some really ones that you don't want to remember at all. Memories can shape who we become, what has made us, and take us in very different directions depending on the memory and what it feels like for us. There are memories that I want to keep. There are memories I just wish I could just throw away. But unlike my keys that I can't find, some of these memories just stay with me. Some of them bad, some of them good. And this evening, I'd like to share with you some good memories that I've had. And I would like to share with you these memories in what is called a concrete poem or a shape poem. And I really appreciate LueRachelle, hoping I say your name right, when she was talking about the Where I Am From poem, right? And how you can write a Where I Am From poem. And at the African American Writers Alliance, we just encourage people to write. That's what George is always saying, just write your story, right? So Where I Am From, that's a great way. I wanted to try something different with these concrete poems or shape poems. Now, a concrete poem is a type of poetry that uses a visual layout to increase the effect on its reader. That's what it says it is. The bottom line is, if you're going to write about a tree and the beautiful leaves, you're going to write it in the shape of that tree. I have never done this before, y'all. But I wanted to color, okay? I'm not an artist. I wanted to color, and I wanted to write about this memory. And so I thought, let's color and let's write. So here we go. First time, whoa, whoa, whoa. And we encourage people to explore their writing, and that's what's going to happen tonight. Now, I got my colored pencils out. I wrote the story ahead of time, and this is about my experience being in Japan. So I hope you enjoy, and I'm so glad to hear there's so many travelers on this call. So, okay, this is in yellow. Whoa, and I'm trying to see, hold on a minute. I do not have a PowerPoint, but you can see I kindergarten style drawing, but I have written my whole poem around the sun and then the rays, then the clouds. This is the first page, and I will start. Humidity. That's one of my earliest memories of my first trip to Japan. No one had told me about the humidity. It was summer when I arrived. I was 18 years old. At university, I had studied Japanese language, taken Japanese politics class, Japanese history, Japanese economics, cultural classes like Japanese dance, tea ceremony, one of my favorites. Yes, my university taught me well, but no one had mentioned the humidity. But I was 18 years old. The clouds were in the sky, clouds, and whether it rained, snowed, or was a sunny day, fall, winter, summer, or spring, even humidity, I was open to the experiences, not knowing how living in Japan would change my life forever. There you go. Fall. This is color's kind of funny, but these are maples. Fall. Kyoto in the fall. Memories of momiji. Autumn colors, the Japanese maple. Arashiyama district is alive with vibrant orange, red, and yellow leaves falling to the ground. They create a slippery carpet of color. With my friend at a tea house, we sip hot green tea and savor bites of ohigashi. 5 months now in Japan, my language skills getting better day by day, but not as fast as I'd like. Even though, excuse me, but it's good enough that she and I can laugh and share observations of the day. As leaves float down the river bursting with the beauty of momiji. Winter. Snow falls at Nikko, covering centuries-old Buddhist temples and Shinto shrines. Cross the red Shinkyo Bridge, now covered with the white flakes of winter. Our group makes its way to the Toshogu Shrine. Through gates, past pagodas, as monkeys and dragons watch over us. Shogun Tokugawa's shrine is hidden by the snow, but ornate gold, silver, and magical colors of paint peek out here and there. A mystery lies beneath. I will have to return when the snow melts. A pilgrimage. The next day, we enjoy an outdoor onsen, hot springs, and sip hot sake while watching the snow fall. A winter landscape of history, never to be forgotten. Spring. Spring. Sakura. Cherry blossoms. A symbol of spring, representing innocence and beauty, blooming quickly, alive for a short time, and then quickly falling away. From Okinawa to Kyushu, Hokkaido, Shikoku, Honshu, everyone waits for spring to come again. For Ohanami, cherry blossom viewing. Sitting under their soft pink or deep red flowers with family and friends, special bento boxes and drinks for the season, festivals and dance, spring, a sign of new life and a fresh start, and one of the favorite times of year in Japan. Summer. Whew, it's humid in Hiroshima. My skin feels sticky from the heat, but I'm cooled off by sprays of water splashing my skin as we take the ferry to Miyajima Island. Shrine Island, with its floating torii gate, rising from the water, its vermilion color greeting all who enter. The deer greet us too when we arrive, nudging us for food. And searching for snacks in our backpacks. Climbing to the Daishoin temple, we meet a monk who joins us later for a night on the town. Fun Chicken, our band, dedicates a song to this funky monk from Hiroshima in honor of this man who embodies the spirit and soul of this sacred place. Friends. Sight, sound, smells, and tastes, they mean nothing without touch. The touch of the people I met, the touch of their heart. There are people whose names I don't know, brief encounters, the local shopkeeper, a woman on a train, high schoolers who want to practice their English with me. Interactions, encounters, open, giving, curious, kind, abrasive, friendly. I'm grateful to everyone. Most importantly are the touch of the friends that I made, who stuck with me through thick and thin, who stood with me when someplace didn't feel safe or didn't feel right. Laughter, conversations, patience, teachers, confidence, trustworthy, caring, forever in my heart, forever treasured. Friends for life. Here we go. Friends for life. One second. And memories for life. It was humid in summertime. I was 18 years old. The clouds were in the sky and I was open to the experiences, not knowing how it would change my life forever. Thank you, Yoneda family, SY family, Hase sensei, Osmond sensei, Tanaka Tsuyoshi, Urata Keizo, the fun chicken bandmates, Ura Senke, Nakajima Atsuo, Moriyama Megumi, Miyazaki Naoto's family, Wako-san, and all the expats, Greg, Chris, Jane, Sharon, Justin, my Kokusai Christokyo Daigaku Japanese language classmates, and Bruce, my friend forever. I was 18 and it was summer and it was my first year in Japan. And this is my memory. Thank you.